And it's lights out and away we go. Snowy looks to have got away well. Is he going to be able to challenge Tetchy down into turn 1? Looks like he's getting alongside. Will he be able to make the move stick? As down the inside goes Snowy. And down the inside goes Toby. Trying to make a move on VRT9. He's up in the P4. It's a very solid start for the Mercedes driver. Tetchy reclaims that P1. Snowy not quite able to make that move stick as there's moves behind. That's Snake and Slaggy going side by side now through turn 4. Will the V-Carb have a little look to try and get a bit of the scraps there? Still side by side now, up in the turn 6. Very tricky S section trying to side by side. Slaggy takes that position. RevRob having a look at ICU and Snipes battling ahead. Goes for a switchback. Can he get the move on the Ferrari? He's not going to get a good enough exit. As ICU up in the P5. As now Snipes is backed off. RevRob around the outside of turn 10. What a move from the McLaren. Up in the P6. And there's contact behind. That's Oliver, I think. We haven't really seen it work too often this week. As Snowy now pulls the inside for turn 1. He's going to claim that inside line and he gets ahead before braking. And that is the Alpine driver up in the lead. Astrid behind Sentinel Medium. He's using overtake as well though. Will he have a look at Tetchy? He's not going to be close enough. Tetchy's going to clear Snowy. Will Astrid be able to follow him through? He decides he's going to slot in behind. Maybe have a look in the second DRS zone. As Aston Martin look for a move behind. That's Power going for the move on Mighty King. Not, is he close enough? He is very, very lit to make the move stick. But he's going to go through the S section, holding the inside line. And that's up in the P13 for... As a big move from Tixie now. Big send. Down into turn 9. And that's going to be him claiming P10 from race as Matthew May again spinning. We have to wonder when is Asteroid going to make his move. Just sitting in P3. He's waiting for some sort of scraps. As Slake all over rear diffuser Slaggy trying to pressure him around the final corner. Make him get that bad exit. As a lovely exit there from Slake. Gets the battery on. Slaggy's not going to burn. As Slake's burning everything else. Can he have a go on the car ahead? He's not going to be close enough to attack them. But that is going to be P7. And you have to wonder how long till Snake maybe gets to the front of this pack. He's showing some really great pace on those hard compound tires as they're coming to life. Like, once again, it's really, really good exit on the final corner. It's so much better than the Alpines. He pulls out. The Alpine goes for the lit defensive move though. He's not going to let him go without a fight. They both get the McLaren. But Snake still behind the Alpine of ICU. And it looks like ICU actually got a bit of a poor exit there. Is Snake going to go for it? He has a look at the outside line. He breaks lit. And he gets around the outside of turn 4. But it looks like potentially free wide. As ICU's not letting it go. He's still at the inside of the S section. And he's just not able to make the car stay up the inside. Back to the front again. Oh, is that the first pit? No, it's just Knight baiting, fully bait me and the think there's pit stop. But there is going to be RevRob coming into the pits now. Probably why he's pushing the Alpine around the corner so much. He's pushing on his in-lap. He's going to go for the hard. It's going to be the first driver to make that pit stop. He's going to have the benefit of the undercut. Tetchby's going to be likely to follow him in and make his pit stop soon. As we come around the final corner, is he going to box? Tetchby's going to be in. Snowy's going to follow him in. And that's Toby in as well. So now Knight, the only car left out of that top 4. Tetchby now on pit exit. It's going to be a bit closer, but not as close as he probably wanted to be. Asteroid is going to come into the pits this lap. Is ICU going to come in? He will, but Slaggy going long. We've seen him do it a number of times this season. He likes to go long, play that gamble and hope for a safety car. And we'll see if that works out from here at Sakir. As Tixie's going to be swapping positions again with his teammate. They're still locked in that battle with Snips. Obviously, Ferrari not having the result they would have wanted for their OCC currently. And it looks like it will go all the way as Toby's just got the move on Tetchby. As Toby up in the P9, that's going to be net P2. No, net P4. As now actually, Astrid came out ahead, even with the undercut. He's put a stellar lap in to keep ahead of Snowy there when he came out. Obviously Snowy picking up that position now back in the net P1. But that was a really, really good outlap from Asteroid. So Laggy is going to come into the box now. And Tixie's going to be left probably very vulnerable to Snips. The Ferrari is going to clear him before braking. The Magi's going to let follow for as well. As both E-Carbs playing well for each other. As Tixie looks for a move in turn 4. He claims that inside line. And that's up into P2 as he's going to get that rear wing open. But he's got foul over his rear diffuser. And we can see potentially 3 wide. No, Snips picks up that P3. Foul slips in the P2. Foul picks up the P3. Snowy now is going to go for the move on Asteroid into turn 4. Late on the brakes, and he's going to make that stick. What move from the Alpine? Tetchby has got back past Toby. As Tixie foul again, they're going to have to work together to try and get back past Ferrari. I'd imagine the best position for these two is to try and... Oh! As this Oliver had a massive moment behind, nearly crashing the final turn. Tixie is going to be the first of the hard runners pit. He's going to try and go 14 laps on the soft. There's that mediums. He's going for mediums actually. As now Aster's going to put a car between himself and Snowy, getting Oliver between them. But is that going to work out when we get to the main straight? Because Snowy's going to have that DRS, whereas Asteroid isn't. So he's actually going to go round the outside of turn 12. That's a lovely move to make stick by the Alpine, making use of that extra tyre grip he had versus those 15 lap old hards. Tetchy's going to have to look to do the same. He's going to go in hot lap. He's going to pass over. Will Toby be able to do the same? He's watched all 3 of his main rivals in this race get past. Can he follow them through? As he gets the rear wing open, he's going to be burning that ERS. And it's going to be past Oliver now. Will you have a look at Tetchby? It's not being close enough. Snowy though is going to have a look at Asteroid. Down the inside in turn 1, a little bit of a lock-up. But he keeps that position. Foul now makes the decision in the box. He's going to go, presumably, I'd imagine he's going to go soft if he's gone this long. Compared to his teammate. That leaves Snips and Sleek, the last 2 cars to make that move. Asteroid down the inside, bit of rear locking though. He slides round turn 1, Tokyo drift style, and that's not going to be what he would have wanted. And that lets Snowy keep the position. A-Smith has retired on track. That's a full safety car. And Sleek's played a blinder. The strategy has just fallen right into Sleek's hands now. Lopez's box for softs. It's a perfect opportunity for Lopez to get back into this race. Especially Ferraris. They want to obviously make sure that the OCC isn't slipping away from them at all. They want to try and make sure they minimise any potential outscoring that's going to happen from the McLarens. Asteroid stayed out. And Snowy's DSQ'd. What happened to Snowy? And it's a disaster class for Alpine. As Asteroid has gone, he's going to have Sleek over your diffuser, because you'd imagine he's not going to fight it. Slaggy burner, he's got Snips over the rear of him. Down into turn 1 is Snips going to look for it. He is side by side with Slaggy. Gets the inside line, but he's given the outside line now for turn 3. Bit of wheel bang there, but he's able to get past Slaggy up into P4. Tetchby's getting very punchy in this restart. He's got past one car. He wants to try and get up now past Fallow. Can he get past it? He can't currently. Oliver's going to have a look on the outside of Tetchby. Not quite close enough, but he was definitely thinking about it. As down the inside of the S section. That's a very opportunistic move to go for. Still on the outside, down in the inside of turn 9. And he's going to make that move stick on Tetchby. Tetchby on the inside there, but he's got Toby on the inside there. And that's one of the Haas drivers around. That's Asteroid, who's been hitting the rear, and he's gone off the track. Tetchby keeping ahead of Toby. Still behind Oliver though. Oliver claiming that P5. Will be able to get under the rear end now of Fallow. Fallow's burnt a lot of the ERS. He's going to try and get back past Slaggy. He's up in the P3 now. Tixie now getting past ICU up in the P8. He's going to be over the back of the Merc. Obviously their OCC rival currently. Gets a good exit, but he's not quite got the space on the outside to get alongside Toby. As ICU now coming back to Toby. We're going to see 3 wide now down into turn 1. Toby, ICU and Tixie. Will any of these drivers back out? Still 3 wide into turn 1. There's a little bit of squeezing happening. ICU's gone down the inside. He's actually hitting Slaggy. And Toby, the big loser there, down in the P9. ICU in the P8. Slaggy just about keeping that P6 after the contact. Revrop now going for the move on Toby. Will he be able to make the move from front? It's very late. He's on the inside. And there's contact between the McLaren and the Mercedes. And actually, Reese has gone off the track as well. Not too sure what happened with him. I'd imagine we can tend to see that in the steerage room. Tixie now trying to get around the outside of Slaggy. He's not close enough into turn 9, but he gets the switch back and the better exit. What a drive from that corner for Tixie. He's going to go around the outside of turn 10, but just contact. Slaggy drifts wide. He's just not able to keep the inside line on those tires, losing grip. But that's leaving Tixie outside of DRS, and Slaggy falling behind ICU now. Those tires are falling off. He's getting swallowed by the cars behind Petri now. He's going to be burning down straight, using that hot lap. Is he close enough to get past Fowl, who is going to go for a move down in turn 1. Potentially 3 wides. Almost. Fowl gets on the inside line for turn 1. Not able to get the move though. Oliver gets a very good exit on the outside. And Tetris is waiting to pick up those scraps on this battle behind. As RevRob had a bit more contact. Toby and Slaggy going side by side. As Slaggy trying to keep it around the outside of the S section, but he's just not able to. RevRob's going to be wanting to have a second go at Toby after that contact he had going for the original move into turn 1. Race with the very late dive bomb at turn 9 on Slaggy. He's going to claim that position. Slaggy is falling down the order and falling fast. Matthew May's going to go in the inside turn 10, doing an Alonso, but an alternate first versus Mercedes on an Aston Martin. But is Powell's going to have that better run out of the corner. Stiff's going to burn to get the overtake done. He's going to stick medium, but he is going to get past Sleek down into turn 1. Oliver's going to be under pressure now from Phil and Tetri. 3 wide now down into turn 1. Tetri on the inside. Who's going to break the latest? As Tetri just about gets moved up, but there's contact between Tetri and Phil. Little bit of wheel bite, seemingly no wing damage. That's going to be Oliver down in the P5. Didn't look like there's too much space for the Red Bull on the outside with that 3 wide situation. RevRob's now getting in that battle with Slaggy. Is he going to be able to make the move in turn 4? He actually has to back off. I'm not too sure what's happened there. Snake's not going to be close enough by the looks of it. He isn't. Fowler's going to get past Tetby now. Down into turn 1. And so we get that move done before the break-in. As looks like Red Bull, Wizzy Boy's going to go down the inside of RevRob. Looks nearly a bit of contact, but he's not going to get out the outer line in turn 3. He's being squeezed wide. There's wheel banging. And that's very, very close to the edge. But just about legal from RevRob. Wizzy Boy though on the outside of turn 4, extremely late on the brakes, and what a move from the Red Bull driver. Is Pau gonna have a look? He gets past RevRob as well. RevRob not having a good time in the turn 4. As keeping that ahead, looks like Sleek is gonna pull out and go for P1. I'll just keep an eye on that quick. He's down in turn 1. He's gonna get the position. Tetri up in the P3. Oliver up in the P4. Not too much exchange in the course. And there's contact! As Fow's gone round into turn 1, he's been rear-ended. I'm not quite sure by who. And as ICU is battling now with the Mercedes and Power in the background. That's not Power, that's Reese, I should say. Reese getting past ICU. And Snips, is he going to go past him? Or is he going to try and sit behind? Obviously only one more lap to go after. So imagine, potentially he might just think to sit behind, use the DRS in the next lap. Snake's not going to fight it. But Snips doesn't seem to be using. He's got the DRS open. Is he going to go for a move in the turn 1? He is going to go for that P1. Claims the lead. Oliver's just sitting behind Tetri. He's not having a look. But someone is having a look is ICU and Reese. Reese having a look on the outside. ICU very late on the inside. He just about keeps that position from Reese. Slaggy and Pal are now having a battle in the turn 1. Pal getting on that inside line. He squeezes Slaggy out. As hard but fair. RevRob now is going to try and have a look and maybe making it 3 wide into turn 4. Pulls back the inside line. He's going to take the long way round. Will be able to make a stick on Slaggy. Little bit of side pod contact. Going in the S section. Still side by side. And still Slaggy's there. He doesn't want to give up this position without a fight. And RevRob just about claiming a hard fought P11. But Slaggy down the inside. And there's contact in turn 9. And imagine this could be him potentially getting the race lead. Slake's going to burn everything. He's going to pull to the other side of the straight to try and break the 2. Minimise the amount of slips he was getting. This is not going to be enough. FIFA's retires now in the pits. Snipes goes to the inside. And he's going to be through in the P1. He claims P1 fella. Slake goes for a switchback. A little bit of rear ending though. He drives into the back of the Ferrari. He's not able to get that P2 back. And the movable object for that Alpine. They're working there so well. Slake gets up in the P1. He's got the move on the P9. But Snipes comes back at him in the turn 10. And that's still P1 for the Ferrari. It's going to be all over his rear end. As we now go up towards turn 11. Will Snake be able to take that top position? He's going to wait for the back straight. He's got that ERS advantage. He's got slightly more, about 20% compared to the Ferrari. The Ferrari needs a good exit if he wants to try and claim this win. We've already seen one Ferrari win this week in Division 3. Could we potentially see another now? As Snips is going to burn everything, he pulls aside. He's going to make sure that Sneak doesn't get this position easy. As we go down in the front turn, Sneak's on the outside, goes the long way round. Eyes contact a little bit, forced him wide. Snake up in the P1 though. I could be a photo finish to come to the line. Snake claims P1. What a drive. Tetsubi up in the P4. He's not quite able to get on the podium. The two V-Carbs in P5 and 6. IC P7. Race comes from P8. Toby claims that P9. Drops behind Red Bull for 3 seconds. Fatty Bomboy in the P10. Slaggy P12. Wizzy Boy P13. We have Matthew May going to come through in P14. Mighty King's going to pick up P15, the final point scoring position. And as sort of expected, after he'd had the box again, he blundered making that strategy call in a way in the constructors battle. But in terms of drivers, he has helped his teammate massively.